Yo, 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 people. This is Coach Simmons here. Today we're doing a little tutorial, somewhat tutorial, I guess you want to call it, on a team for a conference that's going to try to move up to the FBS level in the next couple of years as a template for other conferences who are on the lower level to try to move up as well. We're going to start, this is the WAC, what they decided to do this year. First thing we're going to do, we're going to start with a team called Lamar University. It has about 16,000 students. It's in Southeast Texas. Now, with this school, it's like 90 miles. ECU is 25 miles west of Louisiana. It's recognized for the quality of the core curriculum, diversity of the student body, and the low student to faculty ratio. Now, the history of this program dates back to 1923. It currently supports, I think it's 17 men and women's varsity sports, but it's going to end up going to Division I level. As you can see with the stadium itself, we're not going to hang our heads on, facilities, but with the NCAA requiring all FBS teams to have, a 15,000 tickets sold per game, this will be adequate to get that started. If we look at the next school on here, this one right here is Elliott T. Bowers. This is the stadium, the home of the spring national champions, Sam Houston State. Now this one right here has a 12,593 seat stadium, but it definitely can go ahead and be expanded. This school has been just 21,500 plus students, which is definitely bigger than a lot of the other schools in the FCS. They're actually going to go ahead and look into expanding the stadium itself. With it being a bowl, they do have a lot of room to do that, as well as the backing and money right now because of them winning the national championship. I mean, you can definitely see them getting this taken care of. Now, the next one we have here is Stephen F. Austin. Stephen F. Austin is in Nacogdoches, Texas. I think it has around 13,000 students. It was founded in 1923 as a teachers' college. The stadium itself holds just under 13,000. But once again, they have the ability and they have the quest to go ahead and get this expanded. And once they get this expanded in the later part of the years, probably like 2 or 3 years, they will definitely meet that requirement for that 15,000 seat requirement for the NCAA. The next one on our list, if we go out a little bit, Eccles Coliseum, the home of Southern Utah. Now, Southern Utah definitely would have to, I know you hate me saying this, but upgrade. They do have around an 8,900 seat stadium. I do understand that these Google Earth photos are not the newest in the book, but they will definitely try to upgrade that in the next couple of years before the WAC's chance to move up to a higher level. Now, this school was established in 1897. It was a teacher training institution in Utah. Right now, I believe they have 8,000 students. but it definitely will be moving up pretty soon. This right here, like I said, is not the current stadium. This is what Google Earth has, so it will be changed very soon. Now going back to Texas, this right here is Tarleton State. Now Tarleton State is a school that was the first in the A&M um, line. A lot of people from SWAC might know Prairie View A&M is a member of the A&M University lineage, the link, which is why they have one of the best stadiums in the SWAC because they can dig a little deeper. Now, this one right here was just upgraded about like 6, 7 years ago, and it definitely does hold 15,000. They do use it for high school football as well. It is a very updated facility. Now, get the right angle on that. They updated the stands on both sides. Track is still there. They also updated the locker rooms and they updated the um, field. It is not a one-stop shop. When you're trying to move a whole conference up, you have to make sure you do it over time. And this is where it gets interesting. Back to Utah, Greater Zion Stadium. Now, let's talk about Dixie State. Dixie State um, used to be a JUCO. But the JUCO moved up to FBS, no, sorry, Division two level. Now they're moving up to the FCS level. This stadium right here, they're one of the best in that at their region, at their level. And with them moving up, they're going to eventually move up to the FBS level with WAC. Now, the area they're in, St. George, Utah, is actually the fastest growing area in the country. So it's going to be one of those small school fields that grow with a city. 165,000 people there now, but it is growing fast with the whole tech boom. People moving out of California don't want to go to Austin as much. This is a great area, and they play great football. Now, Dixie State, of course, you may wonder why the team in Utah is called Dixie State. Simply put, people who founded them were from the South. From the South, and they started growing cotton and tobacco in the area because it's a good area for that in Utah. Now, these are some other ones that are rumored to be in the running for the WAC. Crusader Stadium, which is the home of the Barry Harden Baylor Crusaders. This is in Belton, Texas. Now, to be honest with you, this school is one of the best Division two schools, point blank, period, when it comes to football. Now, I know it's a big jump going from Division two to FCS or even FBS, but like I said, it's not being done right away. It will happen over time. They have a brand new stadium, which is state of the art. Facilities are top notch. They're part of the Baylor lineage, the link. So they do have a little leeway in there as well with finances. Now, this is one that was there before, Mexico State University. Now, it took me a while. I couldn't really find uh, their football stadium on this thing, but we know New Mexico State. We know how their field looks. La Cruces, Mexico. It's originally part of the WAC. They're actually FBS right now. They say they're independent because they don't want to drop down to the FCS level when the whole WAC dropped down. There we go. Found it. It's closed. Of course, it's closed because of COVID. But we're going to go from there. We're going to go over to the next one, which is also rumored. Wow. Nope, this one. Okay. It's the Happy Bank Stadium in Canyon, Texas, the home of the West Texas Buffalo. Now, West Texas A&M is also part of the A&M uh, line. It's the same thing that like schools like UT have UTSA, UT Arlington, UT El Paso. This one right here, West Texas A&M. They are the biggest school in uh, the west part of Texas, which of course is well, no second behind Texas Tech. I'm sorry, but with them, they are very good on the Division II level. They've actually beaten teams like South Dakota State before. They've beaten other teams that are we consider FCS powers. Um, the history of the football in Texas runs deep, and they are one of those schools that are just ready to spread their wings. Now, this is untitled because I couldn't find the last stadium because it was not done yet. But this one right here is already in the WAC. This is Abilene Christian University. They just built a brand new stadium, one of the best stadiums at their level. Now they are getting very competitive with their football. Um, their field, people would know this in Texas, especially if you go to North Texas University. Their turf itself stays 10 degrees to 20 degrees cooler than other stadiums do. Reason why for that is because of the fact that the pellets on this artificial turf is not black, they're reflective, so it doesn't attract the heat in the Texas summer. A lot of universities like UT, if you watch the games real carefully, or Texas State, you will see when a tackle is made or someone makes a real big cut, little black pellets come flying up, which makes the field hotter. Theirs are green or light brown, so you don't really get to see or feel the heat on the field. Well, with this school, they're going to bring them in as well. They're going from the Southland. They're going to basically go to the WAC with the promise of trying to make a move up in the next couple of years. Well, any questions? Give me a call, like, share, subscribe. You know how I did. Thank you. Bye.